وإلى فقرة سألني الرئيس، حيث يتساءل د.تومي عن حقيقة وجود القائد الكامل أو المثالي، وسط إحصائيات تتحدث عن أن نصف المدراء في المنطقة العربية يفتقدون إلى التأثير والفاعلية.
أتساءل أحيانا عن مدى فعالية إدارتي للشركة. هل ثمة قائد مثالي؟
I remember watching the movie Crazy Stupid Love, and literally I busted out laughing when some lady on the movie said, "He looks so good he could be photoshopped." As I heard that phrase, I just thought, that is hysterical. She's referencing the fact that he could basically be made over by an artist for a picture. As I sat back and started thinking about this for a moment, Photoshop and making an image look really good, I thought, you know what? I wonder if there's such a thing as a perfect leader. This girl in this movie was referencing the fact that this guy looks so good that he was perfect. Is there such a thing as a perfect leader? I know a lot of us, we would like to think we're the perfect leader, but really, is there such a thing as a perfect leader? Well, I have good news and I have bad news for you today. The good news is there's not a perfect leader. Whew, that gives a lot of us relief by the fact that we don't have to live up to the reality of trying to be a perfect leader. The bad news is for all of the employees of the world, there is no such thing as a perfect leader. But let's talk to us as leaders. So what should we do? There is no such thing as a perfect leader. There's not a photoshopped leader per se, to where an artist could go make us over to be on the cover of a magazine. But by the way, because there isn't a perfect leader, that does not give us the liberty that we can be a jerk. That doesn't give us the liberty that we can be a bad leader, a bad boss. We need to strive to be the best we can. And that leads us to an interesting statistic. 47% of the leaders in the Middle East are deemed to be ineffective. The leadership effectiveness rate, according to employees all across the Middle East, is only 47%. That basically means that 1 out of 2 leaders is not that good. And of course, 1 out of 2 leaders is effective. But we really need to think about that fact. If you're leading an organization to where only 1 out of the 2 leaders in your business are not that good, what do you need to do? You need to be thinking about, how do I make them better? How do I improve the leadership capability in my business? This is a critical point for every CEO, what you need to be thinking about. Unfortunately, it does not get as much attention as acquisitions get, as strategy gets, as the mergers come to play, as our financing comes into the situation. We don't spend nearly enough time thinking about, how can I make my leaders better? Yet we know for reality, 1 out of 2 leaders is not that effective according to statistics, according to your employees. So here's what you need to do. You need to take ownership of that. I will never forget sitting with a senior leadership team from a bank, and I'd ask them, how good are the leaders in your organization? So they were going through and they rated them, and they rated themselves first of all, and then they rated their direct reports. And I said, so how are your direct reports? Oh, as in this just anguish of how bad they were. So I said, who's responsible for this? And instantly everybody turned and they pointed towards HR. And as they looked at HR, I said, wait a minute, this is HR's problem? And you can see the panic come across their face. If it's not HR, who is it? It's you. It's your responsibility. It's you who is to make the leaders in your business better.